I am excited to share with you today. I tell you, this is the favorite part of the season for me, and I think for everybody, because we get the absolute best of Lifepro products for the absolute lowest price possible. We have got today's feature is going to be a lot of the massage guns. And I think when people think of Lifepro, they think the way that we started this business years ago was with the whole body vibration platforms and the massage guns. And so as massage guns have evolved into what they are now, you can go to certain discount stores, you can go to the grocery store, you can go to the sporting goods stores, and you can find all these different massage guns. And, there's so many different options that you can look for in massage gun technology, or mechanical vibration technology, as we refer to it in the medical world. But what I'm here to share with you today is why Lifepro massage guns are among the best. When people are wanting to pinch pennies, save dollars, I know it's the time of the year to be thinking about saving dollars and pinching pennies. You don't want to skimp on quality and customer service when it comes to these different gadgets that you are buying for gifts or for use at home on yourself for the purpose of wellness and recovery. I like to use this quote that I learned years ago from my direct mentor, Todd Durkin, who's also mentored Joel, the CEO of Lifepro. That's how we actually met several years ago. He or she who has good health has 1,000 dreams, and he or she who doesn't have good health or is not or is in pain only has one, and that is to experience relief. And so what I'm here to share with you today is kind of how I got started in with Lifepro in test running some of their massage guns. I have used competitors, and I still come back to using the Lifepro massage gun line. And I have used every massage gun that Lifepro makes, and I've got several of them out here today to share with you. But what I want to make sure that I'm sharing with you up front is one of the most important reasons to look at choosing a Lifepro massage gun versus some of the many other massage guns that are out on the market or conveniently available at Walmart, Target, some of these other sporting goods stores, or your discount local market, is going to be quality, and is going to be the way that it delivers the therapeutic effect. If you go into the Lifepro website, which my backstage crew is going to post up here, if you go onto the Lifepro page and you go to in the news, you're going to see that a lot of our massage guns have been featured on the Today Show, in Forbes magazines, in Pop Sugar, Natural Wellness magazine. There are so many different magazines and different shows that we have been featured in with our massage guns because of the quality and because they are absolutely ranked among the best of the best in the business. So when it comes to providing your loved one or yourself with the quality of treatment, not all massage guns are created equal. And so I want to go through some of the main things that we're going to be sharing in this big end of year sports recovery sale. Lots and lots of massage guns on the link provided, so that you can order direct and you can get it to your family quick in the holiday season. Lifepro has a limited lifetime warranty with all of their different products. And so when it comes to if you lose a part, or if you need a charge cord, or if your massage gun quits working on you, we believe in our products so much that we're going to back it with our limited lifetime warranty. So a good reason to be investing, not expensing or spending, but investing in your health and wellness by providing yourself or a loved one with a Lifepro massage gun. And so all of these massage guns today, as well as some of the other recovery tools I'm going to share with you, are featured today at 15% off. And our specials are changing every day. So you don't want to delay in thinking, oh, I'll get it at the end of the week. You want to make sure and dial in today and click on the link to order, so that we are able to get you the product that you're looking for. Because being that we're at the end of the year, and being that we have new products that are launching in upcoming year, we are really running low on some of our supply to all of you. So make sure that you're able to buy and deliver and gift or keep for yourself before the end of the year. Today's sports recovery featured sale, 15% off our lowest price, and you'll find that price is listed when you click buy and it goes to your shopping cart. You're going to see that special price will show up in green on our Lifepro website. You can also go to Amazon and buy the same thing on Amazon if you're interested in choosing through Amazon. I want to make sure that you're able to tune in with us each and every day as we are launching new specials, new products. We've got some new products that are going to be launching this week and next week with me. I can't give you any hints or any secrets on those, but it is definitely not a massage gun. You're getting all of the good massage guns here today. So I have chosen some of my favorites because we have so many of them that are on special, but I have chosen some of my favorites to share with you today that I use here in my sports performance facility and in my wellness clinic in order to help with instant pain relief and being able to teach clients how to use these at home. So another great thing that you're going to get with Lifepro that you're not going to get with some of those other discounted products you see locally is you're going to get an orientation video in which we're going to provide you a detailed video of how to use each one of these devices and how it might apply to you depending on what kind of pain you have. There are several videos that you can find on YouTube featuring myself teaching how to properly use a massage gun for the application of pain relief, or whether you're trying to flush lactic acid following performance, whether you're wanting to use it for warm up, getting ready to going into sports performance. You know, most professional athletes are traveling with these on the road. They have them on the sidelines. And so now you have the ability to have that at your fingertips for much, much cheaper than what a lot of the professional athletes are paying for in other competitor models for the exact same type of product. So super excited. I'm not seeing a whole lot of traffic on here, a whole lot of hellos and thumbs up. So if you could let me know where you're watching from, and if you already have a massage gun, or if you're wanting a massage gun for a specific purpose, whether it is for foot pain, back pain, shoulder pain, you're wanting it for sports performance, to warm up, to flush lactic acid, whatever you might be looking for with your massage gun experience, feel free to list that in the comment section so that I know how to kind of direct you with the different options, features with these different massage guns, so that you can choose the one that you need for your need. So you can choose the one that you need best for whatever intended goals you might have. You will find as we get going here with the different products that you're going to find a lot of them are super, super quiet. You might even be able to hear them when they're on. Those are going to be more ideal devices when you are using them in an office setting, or when you've got children or animals at home and you're trying to you know, achieve results without having to leave the office or leave your desk or waking up the others. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So we've got a large variety here of different massage guns. I'm going to start with my absolute first that I started to work with. This one has definitely been the most featured in the media. And this one right here is called the Lifepro Sonic. Okay, and the Lifepro Sonic, you're going to see this in a lot of magazines. You're going to see it in Forbes. You're going to see it in a lot of different news channels. This is definitely one of our top sellers because it's reasonably priced and it's the first that ever came out from Lifepro. Today, you can get it for $110.49. We've got in our carry case here, you can see we've got our charging cable and we have all these different attachment points. And of course, because you're getting the updated model, they're always updating models and providing more bells and whistles for no more than what you would originally be paying. And so this is the original in that we just have a few select attachments. So with the Sonic that you're going to be getting, you'll get close to probably 10 different attachments. And I can go through some of the ways that we would use those different attachments, but you're going to get the best bang for your buck if you're wanting, you know, a massage gun to use at home that's not small enough to travel in your purse. The Sonic is definitely our top seller. So let's go ahead and get started with how you can use that. The most important, you know, is making sure that you get your tip inserted there in the end and making sure it stays in. The ball tip is the signature tip that most people associate with massage guns. On this one, we have a dischargeable battery. So in other words, there's a little button here. We can push that button and our battery comes out. And so if you decide that you don't want to carry the charging cable around with you and you want to be able to pull this out of your gym bag and pop in another battery, you can buy extra batteries here that kind of slide in the bottom of the housing like such, and then they clip into place and you're good to go. When it comes to the back, you're going to see here, there's a variety of different settings that you're going to see on here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Right now, we've got a little bit more than 20% power because, again, this is our top seller, so we use it a lot. When I go to push the on-off button, we've got several different intensities, 5 different intensities, I believe. We've got 20 hertz, 30 hertz, 35, 45, and 50. So you can see there on the back, And then you're going to see the little plug in here, which is where your battery cable goes that you plug into the wall. And so on this one, again, you're going to see this is on a low speed setting. Okay. So as I push the button each and every time here in the front, you're going to see it speed up faster and faster and faster. Okay. And it still is rather quiet. So if you're wanting to use something quiet in order to feel and experience different changes on the go. I actually did this to my grandma the other day. She just had eye surgery, and so her hands and her arms and her legs are super sensitive, and so she had never really had one of these used before. So we recharged her, revitalized her, and made her feel like a totally different human being just in the matter of 10 minutes of being able to use this massage gun. So again, that is the Sonic. This is the original that kind of put Lifepro on the map, and this is the one you're going to see in a lot of our different news media opportunities. And again, today it's going to be $110.49. So super quiet. Okay. From here, I'm going to go into just a couple of tips, and you're going to see with all the different models that I'm going to feature here, there are a lot of different attachment tips that you can use that serve a variety of different purposes. If you're needing information on how to use certain application tips for a given outcome, you're going to want to go to YouTube and type in Lifepro Amber massage gun. You'll find a variety of several different videos that we do orientation in order to use each and every one of our massage guns, but you're also going to find tips and tricks as to how to use it for whatever kind of an outcome or a goal that you're aiming for, whether it's plantar fasciitis, whether it's rotator cuff, whether it's a sore neck, whether you got a quad strain or you've got sciatica going on in your glute. I'm going to give you tips and tricks as to how you can use all of our different devices. Again, another reason why you're going to want to choose the Lifepro massage gun versus some of those other competitors that are out there. In order to take the tip off, it's very quick. We just rotate, pull, and we're off. And then from here, we have a flat tip, okay? Flat tips are really good for large muscle groups, okay? So quads, glutes, so this muscle, back here into the calves. And again, we're going to click the switch on, and then it's just a little power button right here in the front, and we're off and running. 5 different levels, but I think on this one you can actually see. There you go. You can see how fast it's going back and forth, okay? If you want, there's a lot of information on each one of these massage guns. So if you're wanting very specific information about amplitude, frequency, different intensities, again, you can go to YouTube and you can find videos on each and every one of these about all the specifications, how much they weigh, the decibels of how loud or quiet they are. And yeah, carpal tunnel or tennis elbow. This is a really good one. The flat tip works really, really nice. Okay. And so again, super easy to use, pretty quiet for the most part, but not super office quiet. We've got other massage guns that are much better for choosing for in the office. With this one, we have 2 different attachments. And like I said, I've got the original. So they've upgraded the carry case with several attachments, but these are like thumb tips. So one actually looks like having a thumb, okay? You can see the little fingertip on there. So if you're one who likes to go to a massage therapist and get trigger point release, there's your trigger point release right there. We've got one that looks like a little bullet or like a little missile tip. And it's the difference in this one is that it's rounded instead of more of a shape of a thumb. So there's several different options with tips. And then of course, this one, I call this one the goalpost, but it's the one for spine. So it works really good for the spine, works really good for IT band. And for what it's worth, you cannot stretch your IT band, but the IT band actually responds very, very well to mechanical vibration. So when it comes to doing this to your IT band, you're going to start up high and you're just going to follow those tension points all the way down to where the IT band comes right here to the outside of the knee. You don't want to be putting pressure on the bone, but you want to stay into soft tissue. And you want to make sure you're just floating. You don't want to grind and drive it in there. We're just floating up and down that tissue, okay? If you push hard and you grind into areas, especially bone areas, you can bruise yourself. We don't want to cause more inflammation or more pain or more injury because we're not using the massage gun properly. So if you need help with learning how to use the massage gun properly, it's not as simple as just turning on and you know, pushing hard. There's a very specific science as to how you can get the best out of your massage gun. Again, go to YouTube and look for Lifepro Fitness Amber massage gun, and you'll find so many different ways in which I apply these in a professional medical-based setting for the given outcome of instant pain relief. So there's the Sonic. Now, the Sonic Pro is pretty much the exact same thing, but it has a few extra bells and whistles. It is shaped exactly the same. The control panel on the back is exactly the same for the most part. It comes with more attachments, has a little bit of a different carry case, but also a very, very good unit. $8 more, so it's $118.99, and I don't have it here today because I've got it out on loan to an athlete. Again, the Sonic Pro and the Sonic are almost identical and are definitely our top selling massage guns. Okay, so from here, we're gonna go on into our next gun. What I'm excited for on this one, I'm excited to share with you the differences as to how Lifepro is able to increase or improve their quality of their products without changing the name. So one thing that we are really good about is that we listen to feedback from our customers. And so if you're having trouble in finding exactly what you're looking for, definitely reach out to us and let us know. This right here is the Sonic X. It's $148.74 today. And what I'm excited to share with you about, this is the new Sonic X, the new and improved. This is the original that came out several years ago. This was probably the first massage gun they sent me and said, hey, Amber, we need you to test this. And we want to know how it compares to ones that you are already using. Because I'm a licensed medical professional. So I've been trained as a medical practitioner for mechanical vibration application. I've created my own massage gun course. So I've been testing Lifepro's products for a very long time in comparison to how they work with my clients in connective tissue, soft tissue, muscles, in healing compared to the other massage guns that are out there on the market that are a lot more money. And this is the first one that they sent me years ago. And it is the exact same model that we're selling today, but the one that we're selling today has been upgraded by just making a few subtle changes in order to make it better, okay? And so that's what I love about Lifepro. They're always improving things to make it better instead of just, nope, you've already bought it, that you're stuck with it, that's what we're gonna do. They're always improving things, and they're always listening to the feedback of their customers. So that's what I wanted to share with you. This is the original that I got years ago, the very first one that they made, that they sent me, and you're getting the exact same one, but it's been upgraded. What I like about this one, it's very different shaped as compared to some of the others. You know, there's several different ways that massage guns come and are presented. And what I really like about this one, number one, it's very light. Number two, it's very quiet. If you have a lot of pain and you're ultra sensitive, you're not an athlete that has a lot of mass that can handle a lot of intensity, you're like, drive it in, grind it hard. Like if you're not that person and you need gentle because you're hypersensitive, you've got autoimmune disease, or if you are dealing with an acute injury and you're just working on fluid dynamics, lymphedema, this is a really good model for that. With this one, we're gonna turn it on and it's gonna give you a little bit of a light show. One of its upgraded options compared to the old is you're getting the LED light show there. Okay, and for this one, when it comes to, now I gotta figure this out because it is different than my other one. Okay. I think, if I remember right, it's just a digital touch. So here's what's cool. There's no specific button. It's just very light touch. How cool is that? Whereas the other one is kind of tricky, right? Because the other one actually has a button that you can see. And so when you push that button, well, there we go. When you see that button, you hear how loud that is? They improved it. So it's much quieter. So we're gonna knock that one down because it's way too loud. And we're gonna go back to this other, and it's my fault on this one. So we're gonna tap it and you're gonna see it increasing in its speed. Tap it again, and there you have it, okay? Very, very cool in how it works. So several different levels. Hang tight for me. I had the attachment point that just ran away from me. one of the things you have to make sure of when you are changing out the attachment points is that you're making sure that you're getting it secured on there all the way. And so in this one, you're going to see in the housing there, okay, in the housing, you're going to see that there's like a little corkscrew. And so when this goes in, you're going to put it on in there, and you're going to actually screw it into place until it clicks so that it doesn't fall out, okay? So that's how that works. So we tap it, and it's on, okay? And then we can go ahead and apply. Now, what is really cool about this one, wait for it. What's really cool about this one, and this is the first time I've seen one like this, is the tip, the ball tip, it is compressible. So you can compress it. And it's kind of squishy, kind of like the squishy balls that you've seen in my other videos, right? And what makes this really nice is if you have ultra sensitive areas on your body that you can't tolerate a lot of pressure, you can actually use that in order to, you can compress without hurting things. So let's go into this. Okay, so we're going to go different areas here in the quad. The quad is made up of 4 different muscles. And so if you're dealing with a little bit of soreness from just not moving a whole lot, you're going to feel all of that energy transferring through, and it feels really, really good. Really, really good. All right, so, and again, that tip, there we go, that tip has the ability to compress. So we're going to pull that off, just a little twist, take it away. And then the difference here is we have the original large ball tip. And the original large ball tip, it is a little bit compressive, but it's more of a foam since it's more of a foam type material. Whereas this one, we can actually squeeze it, kind of like a blood pressure bulb, okay? So depending on what kind of relief you're looking for, without having too much pressure, so we're gonna drive that in, rotate it until it locks in, tap and go, and there we are. And again, you're getting the light show. And this feels really, really good, but it is quieter than our original model. So they're always making improvements to make these better products for you at home. This has got way more intensity than the first one that they ever manufactured. So as we are continuing to improve these products and making them better, so does the intensity, the amplitude, and the way that you can deliver, the different attachment tools, and the simplicity of just a finger tap versus actually having to push a button, okay? So, and then you can flip the switch at the bottom, that turns it off completely. With this one, again, this is the Sonic X, and today it's $148.74, but it comes in this very small carry case. So you can actually carry this along in your briefcase, you can keep it in your desk drawer, and it's quiet enough that you can use this in your office. But we have lots of different attachment points. Okay, there's the flat one. Again, very much so upgraded compared to the last flat one that you saw. We've got this one right here, which is more of a molded plastic until you get to the end, and the end is more of like a rubbery feel. So this is really good about getting into those really deep grooves, those really tight spots in large muscle areas. We've got that missile tip, and again, it's got, this is more of a molded. Some of our attachment points are more of a rubbery, compressive type model, and then of course the goalpost or the spinal tip, which can also be used on the IT band. So this one comes with a lot. The other big upgrade for this is you have the USB. So if you don't want to plug into a wall and you're wanting to charge this in your car while you're driving so it's ready to go at the next location, maybe you're an athlete and you're wanting to use this in between innings or in between games, you can use this to charge in the vehicle in between events or to get from point A to point B, and it charges through USB. And then on the bottom, we have the newest C-type cable, and it just plugs right in like that, so you can use all of your charging gadgets that you already have at home, your power banks, things like that. So that can work with a power bank, so you don't have to worry about having access to electricity. So lots of innovation when it comes to Lifepro and their different products. So that is the Sonic X in this nice carry pouch, $148.74 today, okay? Going from the original. Now, I do not have the heated gun, but if you're looking for a heated massage gun, Lifepro is one of the few companies that makes a massage gun that actually heats as it's working through massage. Today, the Fusion X is $152.99. Again, I don't have it here today because it's on loan, but it actually heats up to 140 degrees while you're using it, and it has several different attachment points. It has 3 different preset programs, so it can take you on a roller coaster ride of intensity. It can go high intensity, low intensity, so like a high-low. Several different interval programs that provides a different application of treatment without having to changing the intensity on your own time. Okay, this next one, this is probably one of my absolute favorites. This is the Sonic LX. And I started using this with my sports medicine practice, and I have been using this one. I've used this one more on my clients than any other massage gun that we offer, aside from the Dyna Mini, which we'll talk about here in a little while. Again, you got the ball tip, and this one can be compressed. So it's very, very easy to slide in there into the housing. On the bottom is the switch in which you can turn it on, and it automatically kicks on, okay? 8 different levels of intensity, 8 or 9. This one's got 9. So we go to a 0, and then just a click of a button here. 1, 2, 3, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's full speed, okay? Full speed. Now, what I like about this unit is it has the rubber here on the top, has the rubber on the handle. So as a professional or as a coach or whomever you're working with, if you're using this with somebody, you don't absorb the vibration through your palm by holding the massage gun, because it has this special type of rubber that dissipates that energy so that you're not experiencing it on as an occupational hazard, okay? When you use these throughout the entire day, every single day, like I use them. So if you're a therapist, you're a chiropractor, you're an athletic trainer, you're an elite performance coach, and you're trying to use this, or you're into FST or fascial maintenance, you're gonna wanna make sure that you get something that has more of an insulated palm, so that when you're holding it, you are not absorbing all of that energy as a professional, which can catch up with you over time. A certain amount of mechanical vibration is actually very healing and very therapeutic. But when we start to use it all day, every day, and you're not able to catch a break, or you're not able to dissipate that energy somehow, too much of a good thing can be kind of harmful over time. So as a professional, I like using this one because there's so many different varieties of speed and intensity. There's several different attachment tips. So on this one, again, I have one of the originals, and that one comes in several different colors. But the original, it comes with the cable to plug into the wall. I'm not sure if they have upgraded that one yet for USB control, but you'll get, like I said, this one is the original, so you're gonna get the different attachment points. But the newer one, I have a newer one that's sealed in the box. The newer one comes with like 10 attachments or so. And some of them are stainless steel type application or metal tips. And so the metal tips are really good for using essential oils or topical analgesic balms such as BioFreeze or Deep Blue, or your different Icy Hot, the different products that you can buy at your pharmacy for putting on your skin to help with pain control. You can get all those, and you can use the metal tip in order to drive those without them soaking into the rubber of these attachments. So one that you haven't seen yet is like this. It's more of like a cone tip. If you've got plantar fasciitis, or if you've got any kind of heel pain, or even carpal tunnel, and you're trying to get to your palms, this pointed tip is actually quite nice, and it's more of a rubber tip. So meaning it's a little more flexible versus a molded hard plastic. So when we're transferring that energy into the palms and into the fine forearm muscles of your arm, which is where all those muscles attach here in the hand, creating a lot of tension with carpal tunnel, this cone tip is really good at helping breaking up some of those adhesions and some of that connective tissue. Again, also really good for on the bottom of the heel or near the Achilles tendon, where it's a very tender type space. With this one, we also have what they call more of like a tree tip. And the tree tip, I like to call this more of the springy. It has a little bit more of a spring ability to it. These are really good for bony areas. So if you have areas like your knees or elbows or shoulder blade or your hips, and you're ultra sensitive through there, This one right here that looks more like a tree or more like a spring, okay, it has the ability to dampen the energy into those areas so that we're not driving energy into bone. We don't want to do this over bone. If you do and you use this tip, you don't absorb the energy and it doesn't hurt. If you use a hard molded piece of plastic, it's like concrete to concrete. You don't want to do that to your bones. So the idea is to keep this into soft tissue, not bone, but soft tissue. But some of our tendons and some of our cartilage areas can be really sensitive and can be really hard to break through, especially if you've got scar tissue. So again, I like to use this one. This one is a really good one to use around the knee. If I have somebody who has knee pain, let's go ahead and bring this on. The tibial plateau here, or the knee surface, okay, that's a very sensitive area. There's a lot of tissue that connects into there. We've got a lot of ligaments through here. We've got vascular supply coming through here. So if you are, for instance, I've got somebody who just had a total knee replacement last week. I've got another who had a total knee replacement yesterday. We can't do this in areas that are acute or fresh sutured, tissue that's been cut through. But what you can do when it comes to total knee, total hip, total shoulder replacements or surgery, anytime you have somebody that you are trying to help with soreness, those individuals can't necessarily ambulate full weight bearing right away. And so one of the things that we can do to help them with pain is not working in the area that they've just had worked on, but working in the areas above and below that to get blood flow to those areas, but also to take tension off those connective tissue lines, those fascial lines, so that they can relax. Anytime we have an injury or anytime we have a surgery, our body goes into lockdown mode and it doesn't want to release because it's there to protect us. So just naturally receiving the massage gun treatment is what we can call a type of energy called mechanicotransduction, which is driving heat through vibration deep into the tissue so that you can drive circulation and we can elongate and take tension off those lines in order to feel instant relief. Again, this tip really is comfortable on the IT band. This is an area that most people are ultra sensitive with. And then when you get down into the knee, if you should happen to actually put pressure on the knee, it's not going to hurt your kneecap. We don't want to focus on driving a lot of energy there into the knee, but there's a lot of attachment points here on the outside of the knee, and I'm handling this really, really well. If I were to use a harder ball tip, or if I were to use this flat tip, that would be very, very uncomfortable. So that's what this tip is really, really good for. Now, if you are somebody who is trying to get relief, if you're trying to get relief in some specific areas, let's say like the glutes, and you're trying to get trigger points deep in the booty, like sciatica, this is more like a thumb, but it still has that compression type. You can still compress the tip, so it's still kind of moldable. When it comes to getting deep into those glutes, we can get nice and deep in there through that vibrational energy, releasing pressure in the hip, releasing pressure in the sciatica, SI joint pain. So if you have SI joint pain down here right in the back, this is a really good one, going right over the SI joint in order to loosen up all that tissue. We have the thoracicolumbar junction, which is a very thick sheath of connective tissue. And that tissue is really hard to break through, whether it's through scraping, massage, or cupping. But the vibrational energy drives heat through it, converts heat through it. And in doing that, it helps in helping to mobilize the SI joint if you're stuck. So deep into the glutes there. And again, that more is kind of resembling a therapist using their thumb, but it is a very comfortable application tip to receive that so you can treat yourself at home. All right, we've got another one here that I'll show you. Since I haven't showed you this one yet, it looks more like a paddle. And again, it is bendy, flexible, really, really good for the plantar fasciitis and for the calves. So I'm gonna go on in here and I'm gonna get my calf up here. This is another area that's ultra sensitive, is the outside of the leg, those perineals, those are our endurance muscles. There we go. And so, or shin splints, if you've got shin splints, this is a really good tool for using for shin splints. So if you've got a track and field athlete You've got a football player who's just gone from playing football to basketball on a hardwood floor, and they're dealing with nonstop shin splints. This is a really good application tip. Now, if I'm trying to warm muscles up, we're going to go really fast paced into those areas. If you're trying to calm down pain and you're trying to relax, trying to elongate, not so much global blood flow, but local blood flow and trying to elongate tissues, you're going to go very, very slow so that you can really absorb that energy. An inch per second is the general guideline if you're using it for therapeutic purposes. If you're using it for global blood warm up, then you can work at whatever pace you want to. But for actual therapeutic benefit for pain relief or for elongating, opening up connective tissue, working with muscles and healing, the idea is 1 inch per second when it comes to using the massage gun at the pace that you should be using it. So there's the Sonic LX. Today, Sonic LX is $161.49. It is probably the one product that I have recommended to more people than any over the last several years that we've been selling that product. This is the go-to that I always recommend if you're wanting to get to more of that true sports medicine professional, or you're wanting to use it for medical benefits or for working specifically with athletes with a lot of thick tissue. All right, this is the other one that I recommend a lot. This is the Dyna Mini. This will actually fit in my purse. So let's go ahead and crack this out of its case. And that's how little it is. And it's ultra, ultra quiet. So if you want to use this on the plane, if you're flying, you can take this through, security. It has a USB cable to being able to charge. Okay, USB cable charges it. And that's how little that guy is. And it's got 4 different levels of intensity, has the little wrist strap so you can put it around your wrist. It has 4 different attachments that come with it. All of them have more of that soft rubbery tip. So very, very comfortable in receiving a treatment with this one. There's your goalpost or spine tip. And again, you can push down on it. This one is a flat, hard surface. So really good in those big, big, bulky muscle areas, okay? When it comes to switching this one out, there's your ball tip, okay? This one does not compress, but it is spongy, so it's not hard molded plastic. When it comes to pulling out, we just pull that out with a twist. We slide in our ball tip, and there it is, okay? Now we're just gonna push down on the button on the top. We've just turned it on, push it again, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Super quiet, okay? Use this on the plane, use this in your office, use this in the car, with children, animals, and it's very, very quiet, very calming, but really, really packs a punch. It doubles in intensity every time that you push the button. And again, you can charge this super fast using the USB cable. You can use your laptop, you can use your car, you can use a power bank. So you can have it anywhere you want to go, and it's super small. So if you have trouble with holding onto objects, or if you have trouble grip, or you're just wanting something very compact just to keep in your desk drawer, this is the favorite go-to for that. In fact, this one has also been featured in media, in magazines, articles, things like that. So the Dyna Mini is which one this one is. The Dyna Mini is also one of the first that we ever came out with that was less than $100. So this one today is $76.49. What I'm going to show you with this one, I'm going to show you how to use this around your neck. So yes, you can use this around your neck region. I'm carrying a little extra tension today. Here's a funny video. I actually did this video about a year ago. I went and bought a car a year ago this week, actually. And I was stuck in a blizzard trying to drive it home from Wisconsin, from the Wisconsin-Minnesota area. And it was a long drive home. It was like a 10-hour drive home. And I was under a great amount of tension because can you imagine driving a new car that you've never driven before and a blizzard for the first time you don't even know how to drive the car? And now with all this smart technology in cars, the infotainment center, it's a European car. So trying to figure out a European car is listening to YouTube through the speakers, lots of stress and trying to stay on the road when the snow is coming down thick. This was my baby. So I had this in my car, in my purse, in the front seat. And as I was able to cruise in cruise control, I was able to, okay, yeah, we're going to be okay. We're taking tension off. We're good. And it made a huge difference in being able to relax. When we are driving, we get really tight right here in our pec minor, pec major muscles. And so just being able to dial in that one area, you can take your arm out to the side. This is really important for softball, baseball players, or throwers, is another group of athletes who are dealing with a lot of this kind of a challenge. If you are somebody who sits at a computer all day, you definitely need to get this out and use this using a computer, so that you don't get scarred and molded into that forward hunched position, because then your neck starts to do this, and then you start to have neck pain, and then you start to have back pain, and it's just a vicious cycle. So just being able to soften up this tissue, most people don't realize how tight you really are through here, but just to be able to soften up this tissue is a huge advantage at home, to being able to avoid going to see the doctor, avoiding physical therapy. And I'm not trying to discourage you from going to see a therapist by any means, but you only have so much time, you only have so much money. So if you have to resort to treating yourself at home and you're getting benefits from things that you might be doing with a therapist or a medical practitioner, then you can do these same kind of little mini treatments at home, so that if you do go in and see somebody else, it makes it a lot easier to transition into those appointments. I'll tell you the other good thing that this is really good for. If you have somebody who is suffering of cardiorespiratory distress, so you've got somebody who's got an upper respiratory infection, you've got bronchitis, you've got pneumonia, if your doctor says it's okay, I know with children, when they're dealing with the barking cough, if you pat their back, it helps to loosen up the phlegm in the lungs. You can do the same thing with this. If you have a history of blood clots, though, you need to talk with your doctor first. We don't want any kind of aneurysm or blood clot issues from doing this. But this is really good about breaking up all the phlegm and the junk and things that are stuck as you're taking medication or just trying to push out any kind of illness. You can do this on a gentle level, just around the rib cage and around the chest, and it will help in being able to open up your ability to get comfortable, breathe, cough out some of the stuff that we can collect in those areas. So that is another really good option for using whatever massage gun you might have, so long as your doctor has given you the okay to do that, because we don't want to override a doctor's orders, especially if you've got somebody who has had blood clot or a recent stroke, something like that. So just be considerate when you're thinking about some of those things when it comes to health and safety over time. But there's everything you need to know is right there on the top of that. And again, in order to pull it out, it's just rotate off, pop it back on, make sure it's on good, and goes back into the harness here. It does store with the flat tip on there. So flat tip goes on, slides on in there, nice and compact, weighs next to nothing. Everybody, even with arthritic joints, can handle this one, and it's not too heavy on the body. Little carry pouch that slides right into your purse, briefcase, backpack, whatever you need, right there. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, the Sonic Plus. We came out with a line about 6 or 8 months ago, I want to say, called the Dyna line. And this kind of came out the same time as the Dyna line. If you're wanting something reasonably priced that packs a punch, the Sonic Plus is $118.99. If you're not wanting to spend, over that $125, $150 range, getting into the $200, this is your go-to. This is another one of my favorites that I recommend a lot, and it comes with a lot of attachments. Let me get up closer here. Comes with a lot of attachment points. Goalpost, we've got that paddle. Now, the difference with these, as you saw me earlier, these do not have flexibility. So in other words, these specifically, these don't bend. That's a hard molded piece of plastic. This does not have the rubber tips. So these are going to feel just a little bit different than those that have more of the rubber tips. So what's nice is I actually have the rubber tip in one right now. And like, for instance, this is a good example. This is one with a rubber tip. This is the exact same one without a rubber tip. So one you can compress and one you can't. So if you're super sensitive, plantar fasciitis, needing something down here in the heel or in the Achilles area, deep muscles, sensitive points, this is your go-to. If you're one who really likes to feel those thumbs into those deep trigger points, the hard molded point is the one. I personally don't like it that deep. I like to be able to adjust over time. Again, here's the comparison of one that has the metal tip versus one that doesn't. So the metal tip you can use if you like essential oils, or you like to use, for instance, like BioFreeze or Bag Balm or something that has some tingliness to it, whether it's cold, hot, or whether it's a topical analgesic. You can use this to drive it through, and it's really easy to disinfect. Of course, you can do the same with this one, but with those that are made of foam, they're a little bit harder to disinfect over time. All right, so with this one, you're getting two different size balls. They both have the ability to compress. They're foamy. They're not a rubber. These are actual foamy. But this one is really big, and this one is not so big. So depending on like booty areas, really good with the big one. Big one on the forearm, not such a good idea. So we provide a lot of options. This is the one that I told you kind of resembled a spring, and it kind of dampens the vibration around bony prominences or areas that are ultra sensitive. This is the most comfortable for those who are hypersensitive. So we're going to flip the switch, turn this baby on, and it's going to tell me right here, I've got 68% battery left. On the back are your controls. We turn it on, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels. Okay. Now you're also going to see down here at the bottom, there are going to be 3 dots. You can barely see them. There are 3 dots here at the bottom. Those are preset programs. So what that means is you have the ability with those preset programs to be able to run it without having to change the intensity. It changes the intensity for you. So we're going to press and hold, and you're going to see there on the bottom, there's a red light that's lit, and this one is just taking you on a roller coaster ride. It's just going up really high, coming down really low. Going on to the next one, there's your green. So you can see a green light down there at the bottom. This is going to be high, then low. And then it's going to work back up to high and then low, meaning the intensity and the speed, okay? Now we're back up to high, and then it's going to slowly dissipate down to low, okay? And then there's our first one, okay? So that's an orange light, and this one is going to stay low, and then it's going to stage up high, and it's going to stage back down, okay? So it's a high-low, but it's a gradual increase and then coming back down, okay? So depending on what your needs are, we hold and press, and then it turns it back into regular speed mode. Now, just sitting here and working with all of you guys, my back is starting to burn a little bit because I think my body is craving some of this. So I'm just going to pull it up here. I'm going to enjoy some of this on camera, right? So if you have pain in your neck, don't worry so much about putting the intensity on the neck. Put it over here in the shoulders, because most tension in the neck comes from the shoulders being really tight. And the problem with that is our shoulders are supposed to be really mobile. So if your shoulders are tight, it's going to go pull on your neck muscles. So in order to release the neck muscles, we first have to release these other areas. So shoulder, upper back. And what's nice with this one, with this tip, we can actually run right down the spine. So you don't have to worry about hurting any of your vertebra with this one, because it's going to soften the intensity. But through mechanico-transduction energy, we're going to drive that vibrational energy and convert it into heat, which then over time is going to release those structures. So that is the Sonic. This is the Sonic Plus. And today you can get the Sonic Plus for $118.99. Again, one of my absolute favorites when it comes to recommending for clients, athletes, or those who are wanting to work on themselves at home and on the go. And turn that off so the battery's preserved. And all here in this nice solid carry case. Voila. Okay, so there's that one for today. Now, we've got a couple that have recently come out. The Dynaflex. The Dynaflex has recently come out, and so this is the Dynaflex, okay? And with the Dynaflex, you can push this button here, and the hinge allows the head casing to move up and down, okay? And so I personally like this style of massage gun versus those that are fixed. I like to be able to change which angle I'm working at so that I have a better ergonomical strategy with how I'm holding it in my hand and how I'm applying it to self without fatiguing my body and trying to use it. It also has a digital touchpad control panel on the housing. And this one as well has the ability, if I remember right, yeah, this one has the removable battery in which you can recharge the battery with or with the housing, or you can get the extra battery to go along with it so that you don't have to worry about whether you're always charged or not. Okay, now you also have in this carry case, as you have noticed, I've had to consistently reposition the different attachment points in the carry case, which can get annoying over time, right? Because you don't want to open it up and then you go to pick one and they're all over the place. This one has a separate compartment box. And when you open that up, we have, surprise, lots of different attachments, okay? Lots of different attachments. This one plugs into the wall in order to recharge. So it plugs here right at the bottom, like such, okay? And from here, like I said, we can, oh, you know what I've done? There we go. So from here, this is your push button in order to rotate the head of the unit. Now, on this one, I want to go through some of these different attachment points because we have molded tips that are hard and plastic, and we've got some that are a little bit more squishy, more of that rubbery feeling. And this one specifically does not have the foam, so you don't have to worry about cleaning and disinfecting that. But these right here have more options with attachment points. We have one here. This one kind of looks more like a paddle, okay? And again, it has points here on the end, so we can drive inward, or we can go flat along like the IT band, okay? We also have a flat top with texture. So if we're trying to use texture knobbies in order to, get the therapeutic benefit into a deeper area, you have ones with texture points, and we've got ones that are completely flat. Okay, this one, look at this big guy. This is cool. We've got one that has texture to it, but it's much bigger than the smaller version of that I showed you earlier, okay? So, and this one is really good if you're trying to get into the nit-gritty. You can get really nit-gritty into the shoulder, nit-gritty into the IT band, into the quads, and then it has these little texture dots so that you can drive it in at an even deeper level. We've got this one, I like to call this one the missile, or yeah, this is more like the missile, the cone tip, okay? And again, this is a molded plastic, so it's there's no compressibility to it. We've got our goal post, the spinal tip. We've got one that looks kind of like a shovel. That's the one I just showed you earlier, where you can use it on the outside of your leg, the plantar fascia, a lot of different areas. Lots of options, right? Okay, I'm going to start with the general ball because the ball is the classic. It is the go-to, I think, for everybody who's not sure and understanding how they all work. So I'm going to go straight back to the ball and unplug to be able to use. This sits right here in the case, which is quite compact in size. We're going to slide this in, give it a little twisty, so we're making sure that we're on. And then on the back, super easy. You got 3 buttons to worry about. We got to worry about turning it on. And so I'm going to push and hold. Okay, there's the push and hold, and you can see that it comes on. If we push the plus button, okay, plus button, and everything is digitized. So you can see how much battery is left. You can see what speed you're on. And what's even better about this one, it actually has a timer. It has a digital timer. So you can tell exactly how long it's running, and you know, okay, I just got to take a break because that feels really, really good. If you're wanting a lot of intensity for the dollar, this is your one. Wowzers. Yes, Dynaflex, $169.99. It's on sale today. The only difference with this one's just a little bit louder when it comes to, but it's got several different levels of intensity. And we can pivot the head while we're working at the same time. Oops. Good save. That's what the balance training does with the platforms. It prepares you for those trips, right? So I'm not having to really strain myself in running this throughout my glute region or into the thighs, into the IT band, a lot of different options, and you can adjust it while it's running. So you don't have to turn it on and off. Now, when you have as many massage guns as I have from Lifepro, let me double check something here. We've got how many different levels of intensity here? I normally know all of these kind of things, but this one's got so many. I want to say it's got like 10 or 15. No, it's even better. It's got 16 levels of intensity from extreme to not. So a lot of variability with this one, but this is probably the strongest, most aggressive that we have available. Again, it's the Dynaflex, $169.99 on sale today in our sports recovery. Digital, super easy to use, just 3 buttons, pivot point here on the head, lots of attachments, and lots of application opportunities. So there's that one. Okay, now before I wipe out again, all right. I think we've gotten through all of the massage guns. What I want to go through right now real quick is we've got 2 other devices. We've got, this is, if you get one of the massage guns, or actually if you get any of our products really, some of our products have this little ball available for as a free bonus if you go on and leave a review. Whether you decide to leave a good review, you want to leave a good review. But when you go online and you leave a review, you have the option of getting one of these little massage balls for free. And there's so many different ways that you can use this. But it has lots and lots of texture to it, really quiet, and it has lots of levels of intensity. And this is not available, to my knowledge, right now for sale. They actually gift these for certain products. So when you receive your package, don't throw all the cards away that come on top, because a lot of times you'll get a card that offers a free product for going online and posting your unbiased review. So we're not paying you to leave a post. You post whatever you need to post, good or bad, or you want to see improvements. And again, we listen to those improvement requests, and then we send you one of these for free for taking the time, because we understand time. We send you one of these when you use the code on the card that comes with offering this little ball. But we have a larger version of this. Reason why I'm sharing this, we have a larger version of this called the Agility Plus, and it is on sale as well. So the Agility Ball itself is on sale for $42.49. Really good for plantar fasciitis, really good for laying or putting yourself up against the wall and releasing those trigger points in the neck and shoulders. Now, this is another one of my top favorite products from Lifepro. This is the Surger, okay? And this is the original Surger. This is a vibrating foam roller. If you have never used a vibrating foam roller, oh my gosh, you have no idea what you're missing. It is amazing. If you have a lot of sensitivity with using a foam roller, because it creates a lot of pain when you're doing certain things, when you add the vibration, it changes the stimuli to the brain of what the brain is perceiving. And so for instance, the IT band, which you're not supposed to foam roll anyways, but with the vibration, you can actually do that, because the IT band is very excited and calmed with vibration application. So if you're carrying a lot of tension on your IT band, it cannot be stretched, but we can change the tension on the IT band, and we do that through vibration, but not by trying to stretch. So when you foam roll with vibration, you get a therapeutic release from a sensory level, not only in trying to ply out or increase the pliability of those tissues, but you're also driving mechanicotransduction in the form of vibrational energy, which turns to heat. So by heating up that tissue and by relaxing the body, you're actually able to get a lot of great benefits all at the same time without having to use a lot of different gadgets to get there. So we turn on the bottom, and you're going to see all the green lights are on. On this end, you're going to see that there is a red button, and this is for the timer, okay? So you can actually do, it has a timing, it has timing increments on there. So you can actually turn this on, and it will work for the purpose of timing. So if you want to switch it up the intensity every 60 seconds, or if you want to know how long you've been going, the reason why that's important is we don't want to foam roll any specific area any longer than 30 seconds at a time. So if you're trying to mix up your quadricep muscles, that's 4 different muscles, you can hit every single one of the quadriceps muscles for 30 seconds each, and it will tell you when you have met that 30-second interval without having to watch a timer. So we've got, I believe, 4 different levels of intensity here. Okay, so there's your Surger, and as you can hear, it's super quiet. I'm not going to demonstrate how to use this because we're running out of time, But what I want you to remember, if you go on to YouTube, I did an entire class just on foam rolling with the Surger and the Surger Pro. And you can find that video, I think is close to an hour long. It might actually be a little longer than an hour. But I show you how to use the Surger on every body part in your body so that you can gain whatever goals you have in mind, whether it's pain relief, whether it's sports athletic ability, whether it is elongating, whether it's detoxing lactic acid, whatever your situation is. There's a very detailed video on YouTube. So just type in Amber Kivett foam rolling or with Lifepro. It's in the Lifepro library. You'll find everything you need to know about how to use the Surger line. But today, the Surger roller is $84.99. So exceptional deal. All right. That being said, guys, I really appreciate your time. I've seen some comments that are on here. We will save this video and upload it to our other social media outlets. So if you have missed certain parts of this or you want to know differences between different massage guns, I have covered the difference between a lot of different massage guns in other videos. But this one specifically is for the sports recovery sale going on today. And because, again, we are liquidating and clearancing out so many of our devices that we've had out there and are continuing to improve. Our stock is low on certain things, so don't hesitate to push the buy now button. And our team has posted links as to how to have access to that sale. If you have any questions about which massage gun is going to be most beneficial for you, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or to reach out to our Lifepro customer service team. You can send them a message through Messenger. You can email them support@lifeprofitness.com. You can send me a message through Messenger, or you can text me directly at 317-446-7971, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Yeah, that's it's the season of giving, it's a season of receiving, and it's a season of relief, right? We want to knock out January of 2022 with a punch for wellness and for pain relief and to being the best version of ourselves that we can be. If the link is not working, go to lifeprofitness.com and there will be a slider on that main channel that says sports recovery, or you can dial into the drop down menu that says massage guns or sports recovery, and it will give you all the different massage guns that are on sale for 15% off extra, the lowest price. The price for sale will show up in green when you add it to your shopping cart. So again, feel free to reach out to me or to our customer service. If you have trouble or challenges with an existing massage gun that you already have, reach out to our customer service via email, support@lifeprofitness.com, because every one of our devices carries a limited lifetime warranty, and Joel and Abe are phenomenal at providing the customer service that you all deserve and having a product at home that works for the money that you're putting out there. So it's not be considered an expense, but to be considered an investment, because again, you get to use it for the life of the product and the warranty. So we're with you from start to finish, and we're here to stay. So have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I can't wait to talk with you again. I believe I'm back on here tomorrow talking about some of our new products that we're releasing, some really cool stuff. So I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow or whenever you're able to reconnect with us. And I wish you the merriest of holidays and the happiest of the season, and launching into a phenomenal 2022 and being the best version that you can be. Have a great day, and thank you so much for your time. Bye.